Come on, everybody. Here we go. Off to Weberland.
Hi, friends.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Ryan.
We are Adventures in Weberland, episode 38.
Whoa.
Yes.
I say that every time.
I know.
Getting
but it's
up there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's getting there. Soon we're going to be like 50, and then we're going to be 100.
Oh, my God.
I just skipped a lot. We have a lot of...
300.
A lot of prepping to do.
500.
Different episodes here. So we are like mid-ish January already?
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah.
We're almost there, right? Mm-hmm. So I always feel that January is like the indication of the rest of the year. Like if January goes fast, the rest of the year is going to go fast. But if January's slow, then we're crawling through 2025 here. But so far, so good. I guess we'll knock on wood.
It's going fast to me.
It's going fast.
Yeah.
Big Thunder Mountain has been closed for a week already, and
people are crying.
Yeah, people are crying, right? Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone cares.
You mentioned one of the live streamers that we watch, Ron on the Go.
Ron on the Go.
Explain what he's doing.
He promised at 50,000 subscribers that he would ride the People Mover 500 miles, which is basically
500 times.
500, a little bit more, maybe like 50 something. Wow. I think it was 507 or something. He said.
Oh, that's that's different. I didn't realize that because I was wondering how many miles or how long the People Mover actually is. So far it's been a couple days, right?
It's been 8 days, or
oh my gosh, no.
Yeah,
that's
I
long.
think so. But
it's been over a week. He's been doing this.
Tomorrow, I think, we're recording this Saturday, but Sunday he's supposed to. He would be by the time this comes out. He will have completed it.
It's January 11th.
Yeah,
that's what I had to look at my phone. I don't even know what date it is.
Yeah.
So today is Saturday, January 11th. This podcast will drop on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So by then, he says he has to finish by Monday because he said that he has stuff to do.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's pretty cool. So if you're interested in that. His name's Ron on the Go. We like him. We watch him and a couple other live streamers. Kind of helps us prep for our next trip. And when you can't be there, it's nice to see it in real time. So.
Well, that's it. I put it on in the background every day just because it's like if you miss Disney, it feels like you're there.
Yeah.
And then these guys are all good. That Crazy Disney Lady, Disney Love with Janelle, Disney with Love. I think
her
I'm
name's
not sure.
Janelle. That's
Janelle.
Okay.
It's in the title too.
Yeah.
And I really love watching them.
Yeah.
And Ron's a nice guy. We met him a couple times. He's been nice to Jagger, and so was that Crazy Disney Lady. We met her. And Jagger was on her live stream.
Yeah, we actually met her and her husband. She wasn't filming, and neither were we.
No.
At the pool at the Polynesian.
That's right.
When we were in July, they were on their little vacation, and I mean they chatted with us.
Very nice.
And it was super nice. So go check them out if you want real time Disney. Disney, I guess vlogs or I guess their live streams.
They cover the parade, the piano. Man, usually it's Grayson there, and they just cover your day at Disney if you can't go, and you can watch it in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah. So before we dive into what we're about to do, I just want to take a second, if you don't mind, because we do have friends out in LA. We do have listeners out in LA. So with everything going on out there, I think it's appropriate just to send our well wishes and our prayers to everyone out there. Going through everything that's happening with the wildfires and. Yeah, it's really bad. One of my best friends actually lives out in LA, and they didn't have to evacuate. He was far enough away, but it's very, very scary what we're seeing. So we're thinking about everyone. We're praying for everyone, and actually Disney announced that they're giving $15 million for relief. Good. Which is amazing.
Yeah. And like, I deal with a lot of celebrities with my business, so a lot of people all come from LA, so I know a lot of people out there, and so far everyone seems that they're okay. So yes, which is a good thing. Absolutely.
But we are thinking, we are praying. So I just wanted to take a minute to do that. So this episode, we kind of got this idea when we were talking about Big Thunder Mountain, right? Mm-hmm. So it's closed for over a year. We were saying how we're like we've been on it before, right? Mm-hmm. And when it reopens, we'll go on it again. But we were like, oh man, we kind of like missed that little window there to ride it, right before the closure, being that it is over a year. So that kind of got us thinking about roller coasters in Disney World specifically. So today we are going to rank all of the roller coasters in Disney World. Now, Ryan. Right. Nope. Yeah. Ryan's shaking his head right now. For those of you who aren't watching, who are only listening.
Yes.
You have been on maybe half.
Yeah.
A little more than half.
Not the list that we have. I think there was 4 or 5 that I haven't been on.
Yeah. So half. So there's 9. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't seem like a lot, right? It seemed, I thought there were more, but I triple checked my lists, and currently open. And I did put Big Thunder Mountain on here because it's going to reopen, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I did put it on there. Currently, there are 9 roller coasters in Disney World out of all 4 parks. Okay. So we're going to rank them, and like I said, I am very interested to see how you set them up, because I'm wondering if you just rank the ones that you haven't been on before at the bottom, and then you kept going, or if you genuinely like took the knowledge that you have of the coasters and placed them, in different spots. Don't tell me, but that's
okay.
Well, don't tell me how you ranked them. I want to see. We'll do it the old school DJ way and start with the bottom and with number 9. But
I usually don't. So I'll ride a roller coaster like Big Thunder Mountain or like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because there's no high. You don't go up too high or drop too fast.
Sure.
Or you're secure in your seat. Right. Those are the I know where you're going. The 3 things that really I won't ride if it's that. So I have to feel secure. But I love a lot of them, and I think I really like Disney because there aren't that many. Yeah. Because you have all these other options. I think that's why it works for everybody. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people like me. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah. And it's that's the thing, right? You can't compare like. Not that you would, but you can't compare Disney World to like a Six Flags, right? We have Six Flags Great Adventure here in New Jersey. And there are way more thrilling rides there than there are in Disney World.
For some reason at Hershey Park, when we go there, I have gone on a lot of roller coasters there.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's all me.
I went on the Great Bear there. Yeah. I went on the Fahrenheit, which is crazy. And so like I've done it. So maybe my goal in the future would be to ride these rides at Disney World.
Well, I got you to go on Guardians.
I did go on Guardians. Which I haven't been on. What's the one? The one in the Animal Kingdom.
Oh, Everest.
Everest, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of that, it's really because it goes up. You go slowly up, and like honestly, I don't care. The rest of it would be fine for me. I think it's the part where you're creeping up.
Even the drops are okay with you?
Yeah, because I've done that before.
Interesting.
I don't like feeling like I'm falling backwards or that.
Well, you do go backwards. So
yeah, but you're not falling. So like it's more of creeping up. Yeah. And the feeling that you could just fall out of that thing.
Well, you've seen footage that why don't we get to our countdown, and when we get to those,
that sounds good. Sorry.
That's okay. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
You start.
Because
you're the roller coaster expert here.
Well, we're gonna go backwards. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
backwards, like Everest.
There's a couple of ones that go backwards. We're gonna start with number 9, and the only reason why I put this at number 9 is because this is the one roller coaster that I haven't been on. Yeah. And that would be Barnstormer in Magic Kingdom, which is the kids' roller coaster, fit for adults. Any adult can go on it. It's usually the first roller coaster that a kid would try in Disney World. Not our child, because I forced him onto I didn't force him. He agreed to go on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, not realizing how intense it was. But
afterwards, he wasn't too bad. It wasn't like he seemed to like it.
Well, he didn't even cry when he came off of it. But he actually hasn't been on Barnes. I don't think any of us have been on Barnstormer.
No, we have to do that.
That's the only reason why I have it at number 9. I can't really judge how it is. So.
Well, I would never put Goofy at the end. So.
I didn't think so. So what's your number 9?
I got to cheat because I don't.
I know. I wrote it down too.
I did it quick.
That's
here.
okay. I did too.
Don't look.
I won't.
My number 9 actually is Space Mountain.
I knew it.
Because
I knew it. You hate that ride.
I've been on it a couple times.
Yeah.
Somehow I went on it a second time. I don't know why. But it's the way that you sit. It's horrible. It's not secure. I'm surprised no one has fallen out.
Oh, gosh.
I'm serious. It's a little... I don't feel secure. Maybe I just didn't do the mechanism right. Maybe. I don't know. But it's not... No. It's not safe.
It is safe. I see what you're saying. So it is a lap bar, and it's your own personal lap bar because you sit one behind the other. You're not next to each other in Space Mountain. So I understand, though, because it's the way you sit, right? You sit like almost like you're in a shuttle. So your feet are like kind of out as opposed to like you're in a seat.
It's weird.
And you do, like you said, it's a lap bar.
I think it's also because you're in the dark and you're supposed to have that feeling of falling out, but I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair. I kind of knew you were going to put that last.
It's a cool idea and ride, and I do see that in Disneyland it is different, like the way you sit and the bar. So maybe in Disneyland it'll be my favorite ride. Who knows? Yeah,
we don't know because we've never been there.
Yeah. But Disney World Space Mountain, no.
Wow.
I would never wait again.
That's fine.
Change it and I'll go.
My number 8 might surprise some people. Maybe not you, but some people. My number 8 is Rock and Roller Coaster.
I thought it'd be higher up.
Yeah, to me, it's a great ride. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, it's just, again, we have Six Flags Great Adventure here, right? Like that's a ride you'd find there.
Yeah.
To me, it's not like an out of the ordinary kind of ride. It's just a normal, regular roller coaster. It's cool that it's indoors and it goes upside down. Awesome. I'm not the biggest Aerosmith fan.
Yeah.
That rank might change once it becomes Muppets. Okay. I don't know. It's
fast?
Okay. Not to me, maybe to you.
It was quick.
It's a launch.
When I waited. Yeah.
There's a launch, right? So you go fast there. It's a cool ride. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I just out of the other ones, and I'll give reasons why. It's okay. And like I said, that ranking might change once it becomes Muppets. So that's my number 8.
Okay, let me see. I'm not sure what my number 8 is until I look. Let's see. Oh, okay. Number 8 is Tron. Light Cycle Run, whatever it is.
Now,
and this is also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I know. Go ahead.
This is also the way you sit. I've never been on it. I really don't care to go on it.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks really cool. Great. I feel like it looks very short and also from what I've seen about it and heard about it, it does not seem like there's any story or anything. It just seems like it's there and there's blue lights. So it's number 8 because of that. Well, and like the way you sit is not made for someone like me, especially, and that hates I'm sure you feel very insecure in that position.
It's
but you
tough.
wrote it, so
I did go on it. I did like it. I understand what you're saying. The seat, it's a little tough. It's kind of like if you've been on Flight of Passage, it's kind of like that, like how you sit. It's almost like you're riding a bike, right? Well, that's what it is, right? Yeah. Right, on Tron. They do have regular seats in the back of the car.
That's true. Yeah, they do have that.
one, you don't feel comfortable, riding like that.
That would be me.
Or two, I believe also for like the handicap, I believe, it's probably best that you sit. You can sit. I mean, I don't think, in my opinion, knowing you, either way, I'm not entirely sure you would like it.
No.
Because it is in the dark like that.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything, in my opinion, to do with the seat, because I've been on it.
Yeah.
I know you're a little worried about the actual seat, but I how you have to like ride it, but I think that no matter which seat you sit in, I don't think you're going to enjoy it. That's my opinion.
And
that's my
Space
opinion,
Mountain and that are next to each other, so it's perfect. I just don't go in that area.
That part of Tomorrowland.
I filmed like Tron outside. Like to me, it's really cool looking.
It is. Yeah.
I just don't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. No, I get it. Here's another. This one surprised me. My number 7, and I said that to you. I know we don't know each other's rankings here.
Yeah.
But we were sitting across the room from each other when we were writing this down, and I went, "Whoa, that ended up at number 7. How did that happen?" And it just did. So this is going to be another surprise to everyone. Okay. My number 7 is Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah. It just fell that way. Yeah. But to be honest with you, again, another cool ride. It's just not something that I'm always fiending to go on.
See, I love that ride. You feel secure. It's fun. And I think it really, I feel like you feel like you're on Slinky Dog. Yeah. And it's Toy Story, it captures the essence of it. I don't know. I had fun. I've been on it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I like the ride. It's just, I think it also has a lot to do with the fact that, if you're going to get a lightning lane for it, it's one of the first ones to go, right? So it's tough to get that.
Yeah,
and then if you're waiting online for the actual ride, it's obviously all outside.
Yeah.
Toy Story Land doesn't have a lot of coverage in general. So if you're sitting out there in the hot sun waiting online, it's tough. It'll get to you. It's hot. That queue is not exactly.
The queue isn't good.
Yeah, the queue is not. It's just not good. And there's always a long wait. I'm not discouraging anyone from going on it. Like you definitely should if you have the opportunity. It is a great ride. That's just one of the rides. It just fell at number 7 for me, and I shocked myself. I was very surprised. So.
Okay.
That's where I'm at with that.
I understand. Let's see, what's my 7? Oh, my 7 is Expedition Everest, because I've never been on it. And so, again, we had Space Mountain, we had Tron. Both don't like the way they sit. Expedition Everest seems like you are secure, but I just don't like the way it goes up slowly, like I said before.
You would hate it.
Yeah.
You would hate it.
But there's parts of it that seem cool. Well, I don't like the track ending either. That's kind of scary, even though it's fake. But then, you see, what is it? The
Yeti?
The
Abominable Snowman,
yeah. The Yeti, and then you go backwards. So I know a lot about it, but no.
No. No, why? For that reason?
Yeah. Those reasons. I don't like going up slowly, going up really high. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, because when the part where the track ends, you stop.
Yeah.
And you can see.
Yeah. I tried to be fair with it, even though I haven't been on and some of these, but I kind of base it off of, again, the style of the ride, the way you sit in the ride, and if I would enjoy it if I did go on it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's cool looking. It is cool looking like Tron.
Well, you'll see.
But at least you secure. I feel like you are secure in those seats. There.
You are, yes, you are. But it's another lap bar. So 6. My number 6 is Tron.
No.
My number 6 is Tron.
Yeah, you didn't like it that much.
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. Again, cool ride, and that's pretty much all I got to say about it.
Too short.
Yeah, too short. I didn't mind that there was no storyline because that's the whole point. It's supposed to be like you inside of the. Is it a game? I forget. I haven't seen the movie in so long. What is it?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know.
It's kind of a game, I guess. I don't know, but
we saw the sequel. I didn't really see the first one.
I think I saw the first one like a long time ago.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Long time ago. Yeah. We did see the sequel.
That wasn't bad
though.
The sequel.
No, it wasn't. But I think like that's the whole point. You know, it's not like you from the outside like looking in. You know what I mean? So naturally, you know, I don't know what people were expecting when they wanted a quote unquote storyline. Yeah. That part I didn't understand. True. So that I didn't mind that. I just think I wanted more.
Yeah, there was like nothing.
I want more.
They spent all their time and effort on the way it feels more than like seeing things. Like it would be cool if it was like a race. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
If you raced a different color or something.
Well, red. It's blue and red, I think, are the...
yeah, but you don't race any.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. Right.
I'm going to bring Hershey Park up again. At Hershey Park, they had this thing called Lightning Racer. Yeah. It was like... the
wooden roller coasters, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you raced the other roller coaster. It was cool. And I went on that.
Well, there's... what's the one in Disneyland with the cars? Radiator Springs or Radiator... something.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people are going to be like yelling at their... Because we've never been, but it's in Radiator Springs.
Yeah, the cars ride.
And they race. Mm-hmm. The two cars, they race. Okay. But with Tron, I definitely want to ride it at night. Mm-hmm. That's
yeah, I think so.
Sorry.
Beeping.
If you hear beeping, that's our baby monitor dying. It needs to be charged.
It's really annoying.
I think that, I want to ride it at night to see like the neon lights and the castle lit up if there's even a chance of getting a glimpse of the castle. It's so fast. That part's cool when you go outside. And you know what, with the ride, there's so much anticipation, right? Because you're like, oh my God, this is so cool. And blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, by the time your brain kind of wires to, oh, I'm on this ride, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Too short.
That's why it was kind of low on my list. But if you're into roller coasters, do not skip it. If you have the opportunity to go on it,
a lot of people like
definitely do it. Give it a shot. Yeah. And that's what I did. I gave it one shot, and I'm like, you know what? It's okay if I don't go on it. My goal now is to go on it at night.
I see them improving it over time.
I don't, because it's the same ride in Tokyo or Shanghai.
I'm just saying, like 10 years or something, they're gonna change it.
I don't know, but maybe. Anyway, number 6.
Number 6?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Guardians of the Galaxy is number 6, because I went on it thinking it was something else.
I don't know what you expected. I explained it.
I thought it was not as intense as it was, because I'm like, okay, Disney. I haven't been on that intense ride ever at Disney. That was the most intense ride I've ever been on there.
I warned you. Well, I warned you of everything. Of how the car spins.
I don't care about the spinning. It was more of I'm on Space Mountain again. That's how I felt.
How? No way. You sit differently.
It was a little more secure. I still felt like at some points I was gonna fall out. I grabbed onto your lap bar.
I know. I felt you reach over.
I'm like, I'm not falling out of this thing.
Well,
I don't like that feeling, and I guess it is supposed to feel that way. I love the movie, and I love the queue. I love parts of it. That's why it's not last, because I did enjoy it. It's somewhat. I did enjoy the music too, and I think it's a very cool idea, and people love it. And you can get different songs and all that. Not for me. That's all.
I'm very disappointed in you, Ryan.
It's just, I don't know. It's not my thing. So it's okay.
All good. All good.
I know. I know you love it.
I guess you know where it sits on my list.
Not mine.
My number 5 is Everest.
Okay.
Expedition Everest in Animal Kingdom. That's my number 5.
You like it. You like to go on that.
I love it. And it sits at number 5 because the other 4 have other reasons that I will get to. It's a great ride. It's, the thriller ride, if you will, of the park, right? It's just a great ride. If you love roller coasters, like, this is a great roller coaster. It is. And it's kind of like what we explained before, right? There's one part where you don't even know where you are or where you're going, because you start the ride and then you kind of launch back up and you stop because it's as if the track ends. Obviously, like you said, it's fake, right? But you stop and then all of a sudden you go backwards. And you're in the dark, you're inside the mountain and you have no idea what's happening. And then it stops and you see the shadow of the Yeti, break the track again, and then all of a sudden it shifts and you're somewhere else, and it's just really, really, really cool. Yeah,
No, it seems cool.
I hope to get you on it sometime, but I don't think you're gonna like it, so I would never force you to go.
Like I said, if I can get past the point of going up slowly on the track, then after that, it'd be fine. But I just don't like that part of it, and I see it from far away, and I know I'm not gonna like being up that high.
It's a creep.
Yeah,
it's a slow creep up. So that's
I can't even look out the window of the hotel sometimes.
It's so true. That's so true, especially when we stay at like Grand Destino.
Yeah,
because it's like
the mall too. I can't look
higher
over
levels. Yeah,
I stay away from the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one you might want to put on the back burner. I don't think you're going to enjoy it very much. So.
No. Oh, maybe one day. Maybe I'll do them all. Sometimes I feel brave and I do it.
I think those are times though when we're either with other people that can watch the kids, or we go on a trip just the two of us without them. It's not something I would send you by yourself. I think
maybe in the future Jagger will love roller coasters and want to go on everything, and then we have to.
I hope one of our
Bowie.
children, because
But this one they won't be able to go on. That's my number 5 because it's gonna be gone. Rock and roller coaster.
Yeah. Well, it's just going to be called something different.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably want to go on it because he seems to like the Muppets, but not yet. Can't go yet. But I've never been on it. I've been through the queue, which is really cool. It's number 5 because I like Aerosmith.
Yeah.
But it seems like a cool concept getting to the concert, whatever, and you play the music. And I would like to hear Aerosmith music, but I know there's a loop. You go upside down.
Yes.
It's quick. I've seen people film it. I know you're not supposed to, but I like the merchandise, so that's why it's number 5.
Will you go on? What is it called?
Muppets Mayhem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you go on Muppets Mayhem when it becomes Muppets?
Probably not. No.
No.
Probably not. No.
Why?
This is why I'm upset about
what they're doing.
Sure. Yeah, because a lot of kids like Muppets, but adults do, like my age, because they're from the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I feel like they're making a little bit of a mistake because all the kids that like to see the Muppets can't go on that ride. It's not for kids.
No, it's not. No. That's true. So unless they get rid of the loop, but I don't think they're touching the track.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
And they're just retheming it. But maybe the Muppets Vision 3D will come back somewhere else if we're lucky. But yeah, my number 5 is that just because it is cool, but
I think
I like Aerosmith.
I'm going to try to get you on that before I try to get you on Everest.
Yeah,
but I'll let it switch to Muppets first before
you are secure in that.
Yeah, well, it's like a harness.
Yeah.
It's not a lap bar.
That might work better.
Or maybe that might at least.
I think out of all these, that would be the one I would go on that I haven't. Besides the one other one that's on the list, the Barnstormer.
Yeah, you haven't said Barnstormer.
No, well, it's goofy, so it's closer to the top.
Let me just confirm my. Yes. Okay. My. Is that right? Did I do this right? Hold on a second. Yes. Okay. My number 4 is Space Mountain.
Oh.
And I don't go on it often anymore. I used to a lot, just because nobody wants to go on it with me, and
me.
And it's usually a long wait, so I don't really waste our lightning lanes on a ride that only I want to go on. But it's just classic Disney World.
Yeah.
It's classic Disney World to me. That's really the only reason why it's so high up. It's a great ride, obviously it's one of the older ones.
It's a really cool concept, I think, but again, they changed the seats. I'm there.
I enjoy seeing it from the people mover when the lights are on. I don't know why I get a kick out of that, but I do. Cool. I just do. I would hate to be on the ride when that happens, because it's like, what a waste. I just waited online for an hour, and now all the lights are on. Like, I don't get the actual, same effect.
I like seeing it because it's like the lights on. It's not as it's different. Like, all the track is really close to each other and stuff.
Right.
You don't feel that when you're on it.
Right.
So
Sorry.
Yeah, so I think that, like...
Checking on our child here,
I think we're really at we have different opinions of this ride, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand. I mean, yours is more of a feeling. Mine is I don't know. It's nostalgia, as always. My answer is always nostalgia, I guess. But
it is nostalgic, and I think it's a cool ride. Again, if they change the seats, I'm there.
So. Well, Disney, you
change the
seats first.
All right, number 4 for me is Barnstormer.
There it is.
Goofy ride. Never rode it, unfortunately.
I've never been on it.
I think the goal for the next trip will be to take Jagger on it. If he says no or not, I'm taking him.
Oh, shoot.
We're going. Okay. Or I'll go by myself.
You can go by yourself. Yeah. You know what? If he says no and he sees you, going or even getting online, then he might change his mind. Maybe. Again, we don't want to force him. If he doesn't want to go on it, he doesn't want to go on it.
But I think he'll like it. I really do.
I do too.
And so that's it. I don't really know anything about it. I know it's short and it's goofy. And
it's near Tron, kind of.
On the other side.
Oh, boy. Okay, so my number...
top 3 now.
Yes, top 3. My number 3 is Big Thunder Mountain. That's my number 3. It's one of our favorites. It's one of our go-tos. We go on it all the time together. Another classic for us. It's just a great ride.
It is, and it's my number 3.
I
love it. I think it's great. It is a little rocky and bumpy, but it's part of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mine Train is very similar to Big Thunder Mountain, but it's so much smoother because it's newer. But maybe, they are fixing... I heard they are fixing part of the track.
Right.
Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder, yeah.
But they're also going to probably do an entrance to the villain's land. So
we love our goat. We always look for our goat when we're on it. So
yeah, it's really cool. And I think in Disneyland, don't they have like sparks or something happens when you're in the mine?
Oh, maybe.
There's something that happens there that doesn't happen in Disney World, and they're saying they're going to put that there. So.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that my number 2 is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Snow White, classic Disney again there. IP, at least classic IP, right?
Yeah.
Aside from Space Mountain being, classic Disney World, I just love the fact that they were able to take something like Snow White, which used to be a dark ride, right, for us, which I think it still is in Disneyland in California, right? It's still a dark ride. I just love that they were able to take something like that, a concept like that isn't so intense, and make it intense, but not make it intense at the same time. I know that sounds weird, but it's a roller coaster, right? It's just it's weird that it's Snow White, but I think they did it right.
They definitely did
with making it Seven Dwarfs, and it's a mine train. You're going into the mines, and that is one of my favorite parts. Is that there's all this winding and thrill, and then all of a sudden you stop and you're in the mines and hi ho.
Yeah,
right.
So off to work we go, and then you fall and you go down. It's perfect.
It's just so cool, and it was Jagger's first roller coaster, and I got to go on it with him, and I really really enjoy that ride. It's smooth, like you said. You sit in a barrel pretty much, and there is a little bit of a sway, which I think is also kind of makes it pretty cool too. So that's my number 2.
My number 2 is Slinky Dog.
Okay.
I know it was not high on your list, but
it's not.
I love Toy Story and all the movies, and it's a very smooth ride. I feel safe on it. It's fun. There is a little, the first drop is kind of a little intense, which I like. I don't know. The only thing I do wish, and I know this isn't possible, but to put Ernest, was the voice of Slinky Dog, put his voice on the ride somewhere. But I'm not sure of his name, but the guy who played Sean's dad.
In Boy Meets World, that's right.
And he's in the Adam Sandler movies and stuff. But he he took over
Right.
which he was actually Jim Varney, who played Ernest's roommate in college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They knew each other, yeah. So, and they sound the same.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
So it's a great person who took over for him and does the voice and stuff. But I wish there was some kind of Jim Varney thing there.
Yeah.
To pay tribute to him.
Sure.
But again, the ride is great, smooth. Again, I kind of base it on smoothness and fun and what it's the concept of it all is. And you've got a friend of me at the end singing with like a Robert Goulet version of it, that he does in the movie. Was it the penguin?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's I think it's just a fun ride, and it is kind of long, and the queue kind of stinks. So that's why it's actually not my number one.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, I think it's, and I don't mean this to be like extreme, but it's a little more intense than it actually looks. Like when you're actually like taking those turns and going up on the hills, like it's a little faster than how you see it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think it's
pretty cool.
I don't think Jagger should do it yet.
No, probably not.
Yeah, once you get over that first hill, though, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So now I know what your number one is. So.
The best ride in all of Disney World. No, I'm not even going to agree to that.
A lot of people have said that.
I'm pretty obsessed, actually.
Yeah.
I love it. Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind. It is just, I don't know what to say. It's so good. It is so good. It's one of the best rides, I think, on property. It's just fantastic. I think everything down to, like, even the queue, right? Yeah. Even the queue is entertaining. And there's 2 pre-shows, so Disney really knows how to filter people through and not make you wait, right? There is, like you said, there's almost like a song challenge it's become. So there are 6 different songs that will play, and you just don't know which one you're going to get.
Yeah.
So for a while, I wanted Tears for Fears so bad, and I couldn't get it, and I finally got it on our last trip. So now I'm down to 2 songs. I have 2 more songs I need. That's it. I need One Way or Another and Disco Inferno.
Both of those should probably be good with that ride.
Yeah.
I think you like intense rides, and if you like an intense ride, then this will be your number one.
Yes.
Definitely.
I do want to put out a warning, and I think I do every time we talk about this. If whether you like intense rides or not, if you get motion sickness, be careful, because the car you sit in, it's just like a normal roller coaster, right? It's on a track, but the car you sit in does shift and turns, right? So
you get motion sickness, so I'm surprised you like it. It doesn't bother you though.
Well, that doesn't, I don't really get motion sickness that hard. I can't do spinning rides like the teacup. Yeah. It does not spin like that.
I could do that all day.
It does not spin like that at all. So I don't get motion sickness on Guardians. I do know some people who don't get motion sickness, and when they got off of it, they were like, I feel kind of weird. So, you know.
That didn't bother me at all. I thought that was fine. I think it was just the drops I wasn't expecting the intensity of it all.
It's so good.
No idea how intense. I thought it was going to be like, it is smooth, but it's like intense. Like I was on a real roller coaster. Like that's what it felt like.
Yeah, you were. Yes. I thought I explained it.
No, I thought it was more like a.
But I understand that. Yeah. But obviously that's my number one.
And mine obviously is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
That's right. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I think because it's a Magic Kingdom in the almost, I feel like it's like centered around all these other great rides. And the only complaint I have is at the end, I wish I saw Snow White more, or and the evil queen.
Yeah.
I wish I saw that more. I wish there was more of that.
When you stop at the very end, when you stop before you pull into the station again, there is it's Snow White's house, right? And inside is Snow White dancing with the dwarves, and right outside the door is the evil. She's the old lady at that point, right, with the poison apple or whatever. If you sit in the back rows, you will not be able to see that. Yeah. And that's kind of I understand what you're saying.
I just they have the great part in the mine and all that, and that's a great part. I wish there was just one more scene like that, maybe. Maybe I'm being too greedy. But I feel like something cool with Snow White would have been like cool, like to see. Like the dark ride gives you a lot in Disneyland. Like maybe even something where you go in a tunnel and then like you go into her house or something, or I don't know. Like you see the house and everyone's having a good time and it's cool. But but again, I think it's my favorite. It definitely is my favorite roller coaster because of the smoothness, and I feel very secure.
Yep.
And it's fun, and the concept is awesome. And I see why there's a wait usually.
Yeah, there's a very, very, very long wait for that. So if you can get your hands on a Lightning Lane, if you're able to do that, definitely something we recommend, obviously.
This was fun.
So, yes.
Even though I don't like roller coasters that much. This is fun.
I'm glad. I'm actually kind of glad you ranked them by knowledge as opposed to the way I did, because I've only not been on one, so I put it last. Very interesting. Now I got to try to get you on. What did I say I was going to try to get you on first? Rock and Roller Coaster when it switches to Muppets.
That one, maybe.
This is fun. Do you want to do another one next week?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
We'll do, I don't know, let me think. We'll do another ranking thing next week, I think, because, this is fun. Cool.
Hope everyone's enjoying their cold weather in the East Coast here.
Ooh, yeah. That's fun. Well,
Disney World has been cold too, actually.
Well, that's the East Coast.
Yeah, but I'm saying usually it's not that cold. It's like 40 something degrees.
Yeah, here in New Jersey too. It's it's not getting any warmer than 20 something.
Maybe I will get over my fear and ride all the roller coasters. What do you think?
Well, I think on our next trip you should. Yeah, well, next trip you said Barnstormer. We'll get you there.
Oh, that one's easy.
We're gonna get you there. But if you want to set your rankings, or even if you want to tell us what your favorite roller coaster is in Disney World, you can comment on our video on YouTube if you are watching there, or you can send us a message on Instagram or on TikTok. Leave a comment anywhere. We would love to know your opinion on our rankings, or like you said, if you want to do your own.
It's at AdventuresInWeberland.
Yes,
Don't forget that. We put it down somewhere at the bottom too.
Somewhere.
Right below you, usually. I do that. So thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on the next Adventures in Weberland.